been a while since I did a live stream, but I wanted to show off some of the mods that I'm currently using on Fallout 4 for the PS3, PS4. Sorry. And my current build that I'm working on for Sanctuary, and just get everything set up because I'm going to be doing a live stream with Jack. You guys used to know him as TJ. I started calling him Jack for a reason that we'll probably talk about in the other stream. When the new DLC and Drop Zero drop for Dying Light for the PS4, I've already kind of started um, playing around with the Zero drop of Dying Light on the PC. I'm just wanting to have fun with Jack doing it. Okay, so the mods that I'm currently using on this game are the Lover's Embrace mod, and I think I could show them to you. Give me a second to see if I can. Yes, here we go. Spouse's Embrace, not Lover's Embrace. Anyway, so these are the mods I'm currently using on the game, um, and I like them. I like all of them. And I don't tend to use mods that Mickey Mouse the game when it comes to leveling too much, or to, like, I don't use overpowered weapons or armor that makes me invincible, or things that give me perk points and stuff like that for free. I tend to want to work at it a little bit. The mods that I use, as you can see, are usually things that affect either what my character looks like, or what the world looks like, or what I can build and what I can destroy in settlements. So we got the unlocked presets, which is actually pretty cool. Basically, what this person did, what this modder did, is that they unlocked all of the, as you can see in the description there, NPC faces, and some of them are really goofy. I mean, really goofy. But if you want to play looking like Maxon, you can. If you want to play looking like McCready, you can. If you want to play looking like Piper or Trash Can Carla, you can. Or you can use those faces like you do for the other presets as a base, and then you can tweak them a little bit. I chose one that I didn't recognize the NPC of, but I liked the face for, and I tweaked it by adding some scars and whatnot to him. The Spouse's Embrace perk, or I keep calling them perks, mods, is a little Mickey Mouse, but it's not bad. Mainly, all it affects is carry weight, critical chance, and critical damage, and how much experience I get. And I have to update the the ring to do it. So as you can see, the level 3 gives me 2,000 carry weight, 100% adding to my experience. So all my experience that I earn is doubled, you know, and everything. But it doesn't make me uber strong or godlike. I can still get overburdened if I'm too greedy with what I'm carrying. Which has happened. Um, and it all it does is have me level faster. Which, considering I'm playing in hard mode, is not that big of a deal because the higher level I get, the more legendaries show up, and it kind of evens it out. Uh, this is my favorite mod that affects the entire map so far. And as you can see from the environment glimpse that you got, and from the description of the mod, um, you basically get a realistic, growing Commonwealth. It's been proven in real life at Chernobyl and at Nagasaki and Hiroshima that that the plant life and the animal life will come back before the humans are able to, and the place will be vibrant and thriving. And it doesn't. And from what they can tell from the Chernobyl studies, The plants aren't heavily mutated at all. The plants seem to almost be immune to the effects of the long-term radiation. Now, the initial exposure in both Nagasaki, Hiroshima, and Chernobyl killed all life in the area. Don't get me wrong. Um, Chernobyl was less drastic because it was just a industrial accident with their power plant. But uh, all the places that have been hit by either atomic bombs or problems with nuclear power have started regrowing with very little indication that there was a problem to begin with. Um, so I like the fact that this gives green grass and healthy trees and all that stuff all through the Commonwealth. It just makes me feel like it's more realistic. Which I know this is all fantasy and fiction and sci-fi and all that crap, but it makes me feel happy. Uh, all settlements extended. This is an awesome mod if you like to build um, your settlements, especially if you're like me, where you like to really build up sanctuary. You don't really care about the rest of everything, but the one you always go to do things is yes, I fed the dogs. I don't know. Anyway, the dog's bothering my mom. So so it's awesome. The guy put a lot of work into not only extending the areas, but he went in and made it so that you could delete a lot of the stuff that's in those areas. So not only did he extend the borders, but he made it so you could like delete rocks and trees and stuff that's not permanent inside the coding and stuff. Um, and combine that with the STS all-in-one and the add-on for the Living and Dead scraps, which I got the base game version. I have to go in and fix that. I need the one that has everything. Anyway, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. It's not gonna affect anything because I'm not building anywhere but Sanctuary. But these two things here allow you to uh, oh, excuse me. They allow you to basically delete just about everything. Let's go back into the world here, and I'm gonna turn it back on. So if you look around, especially in this area here, you're gonna notice there are no hedges. Hedges are the enemy to me. I hate the hedges in Sanctuary, and I do not like the fact that the Bethesda made it so that you couldn't get rid of them. It's not realistic. It's not realistic, damn it. Technically speaking, in real life, you could get rid of everything in Sanctuary if you just tried hard enough. You could demo all the houses. You can get rid of all the trees, plants. Didn't matter. You could totally scrap everything with enough determination, time, and effort. But I realized why they didn't make it so that you could do that. It's a lot of coding. It's a lot more chances of bugs and stuff happening. So there's that, and then it made it so that you could go inside places and completely clear the floors. I mean, completely clear everything. There's no thermostats, there's no hanging lights, there's no awkward things that will make it so that you can't put furniture down in proper places. And it makes it easier to say, make it so that the people who from Concord actually, I don't know, sleep in the houses. Ooh, I missed the thing. Missed the thing. There we go. The only thing that the add-on, the Living and Dead thing, will not let you do is delete new dead bodies. Bloatfly bodies that I cannot delete because of the limitations of the mod. I understand why they don't do that, but for the mod, but it's still like, ugh. So, I only have the turrets up here just because I know that one of the spawn points for enemies is around here somewhere. I'm not going to be building or anchoring myself to the workshop anymore. I used to do the teleport right here, and I used to build like right on top of the workshop. I have since grown as a gamer within Fallout and have realized that I don't need to build right on top of the workshop because all of the workbenches are connected. So I can just put things into, let's say, the chemistry station, and everything has access to it. So, as you can see here, with the extended borders of the settlement, I'm able to build out over the water, which is really awesome. Welcome back, Galactic Phantom Gaming. And, so, this is, it's a work in progress, always a work in progress. There's a little footbridge here. I'm going to build another one on the other side, of the water. Have not done so yet. Just so that if I'm walking on one side of the map or the other, I don't have to, like, try to... Other Derek! Cool, you changed your name, so I just didn't know. So I don't actually have to rely on the main bridge to get into Sanctuary or to get to my place. I also put my teleportation mat somewhere on this hill. It blends in, so I don't remember what it was. So that I can just come here and go straight into my little bunker that I built and get out here to my porch. I love the fact that I can see the water too. Anyway, I wanted to build this as realistic as I possibly could stand it. So, you know, I got little elements in decorating that I wouldn't normally put up before. Like little, fishing things. And some little elements that, like the fish bucket here, like I'm going to be grabbing fish and cooking them or something. All that so that I can do that realism thing. But I think it's going to be pretty cool. I mean, like I said, I'm still working on it. And by focusing on this building, I've been able to level up quite a bit. I've been doing okay. I've been doing alright. I took a long break because I got burnt out and from the schedule and everything, and truthfully, considering what YouTube's doing to a lot of game streamers and channels in general, with the ad revenues and the flagging, using a bot to flag videos just because of title verbiage or whatever is just anyway. But other than that, I'm doing all right. I lost track of what I was saying. Dang it. Not my response to you, but in general, because I was talking about the game. But yeah, I'm gonna build another bridge, probably about right here, to as far out as I can get it, because I don't think I get to the other bank here. Yeah, right there. That way, if I'm traveling from, say, the Red Rocket area, I don't have to go all the way to the bridge and then do this. Yes, I also game on PC, but I don't have the, right now I don't have it set up to do it on a regular basis on my PC. Plus, everything I play on my PC, I'm pretty much sure that I play on here. The only differences would be, like, I don't play Final Fantasy 15 on here, on the PC, and I don't play Kingdom Hearts, because I'm getting ready to do Kingdom Hearts 3. And while I'm doing that, I'm remembering why I disliked the controls. Loved the game, disliked the controls for Kingdom Hearts 1. So, because I'm replaying it in anticipation and everything. Multiplayer what? Are we talking multiplayer Fallout? Or what? The only multiplayer I have on PC at the moment is Dying Light, and I don't really do multiplayer on that. I do well, that's not true. I have Andromeda too. I have Mass Effect Andromeda, but I don't do multiplayer like horde mode or player versus player like in Dying Light, where they do the be the zombie. I don't do those things. I just do co-op. So, as far as I know, those are the only games I have that do multiplayer. Considering my best friend plays all of his games on PS4, I don't really do much online gaming with my PC. This looks so I'm gonna go get dog meat. Okay, well, do you have Dying Light? Because that's the only thing right now that I've been focusing on, because of the Zero drop and the new DLC that's coming out soon. That's gonna be confusing. Why don't you just go out and buy, games that you're not interested in just to play online with me? So if you're not interested in it, just, you don't have to.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? You lose your owner, buddy? Okay, then. Let's stick together.
Oh, I don't advocate pirating anything. If enough people pirate a game, even if it's an old game, the developers, the people who make the game, lose money, and are less likely to continue making the games that we like and enjoy. Yeah, I've been keeping track of the rumors and speculations of Bully 2. They don't know for sure whether it's going to be built or not, from what I understand. It's supposedly in development, but it said it needs to finish. So all we've got is rumors and speculation. It's leak mode. But people don't know for sure. I get all of my bully news from Swagtia. Anyway, a guy on YouTube that he there's nothing particularly stuff on his channel. Sorry about that. I get all of my bully 2 or bully information from this guy named Swagta or whatever. I can't pronounce his channel name. He's on YouTube. He mainly plays walkthroughs and tutorials and stuff about. Oh, okay, you missed that in the beginning. I'll go over it again. I'm going to actually show you the list. I don't do too many mods, or very many mods at all. I've got the unlocked presets for the NPC faces. So you could, like, if you wanted to, you could play it looking like McCready or Maxon. I've got Spouse's Embrace, which is the only one that does anything that could affect my gameplay. And that's only because it, depending on the level for it that you build, the carry weight increases, and so does your experience doubler, or 25%, 50%, 100%. And the critical hit chances and stuff like that you can see there. And then of course there's the overgrowth, the extended settlements, which is why I'm able to build over the water, like you saw earlier. And then the STS, or scrap that settlement, all in one, and the Living and Dead add-ons for it. That way I'm able to clean out, as you can see when I was doing stuff just a second ago, I can clean out the piles of crap everywhere. To stuff that you'd actually, if this was real life, you could actually clean up anyway. Well, there could be. I don't do that kind of thing. Personally, because I try to keep my game as vanilla as I can, which I know is kind of goofy considering I do use mods, but I'm just really choosy about which mods I use. But I like clearing out all these rubble piles that would be, in real life, you'd be able to clear out, you'd be able to, if you got up to the roof, you'd be able to clear the vines. Yeah, it could be a great mod. It's just, in this game, because I have the NPC face mod, my wife looks exactly like Piper. Like Nora looked exactly like Piper because of the mod, and so that would be a little confusing if I were to combine that mod with the mod you're talking about. Dude, cool. I was able to take the signs down. I didn't know you could do that. Alright. I'm not gonna completely clear the inside too. I'm just because I clear the, yeah, it is satisfying when you clear it out, but, I get an aluminum, plastic, cloth, and concrete each time I clear out the little refuse piles, that they call trash, and, so that's what I'm doing, is I'm basically collecting, that stuff. I'm gonna leave the stuff inside alone, because I'm not gonna use Red Rocket for anything. I'm not gonna do the Minuteman ending with my modified game, so I don't need to build the settlement here. Yeah! I totally could. I'm not going to. But I totally could. Anyway. Cool. Yeah, I don't have a cell phone, so... And the one I used to have that died, and I haven't replaced yet, was just for emergencies. I don't really text or, you know, anything much, so I didn't really need a phone except for the contact, you know, my mom. So. How can you get bored of Skyrim? It's Skyrim, dude. Oh wait, they expanded the borders on this too. I totally forgot about that. So I'm like cleaning in the boundaries. Use too many mods on it. Okay. Well, you could always, you know, put it back on and not use any mods. Make it challenging again. I can totally clear this car out. I've been wanting to do that forever. Oh, this is so cool. I wonder how far it goes out. It goes far enough out for me to clear the bodies out. Yes. I wonder if it goes far enough out that I can get rid of the dead cat. I can't imagine a cell phone powerful enough to pull off playing Fallout 4. I mean, I know phones are getting pretty powerful and everything, but my last, like, you know, I guess you would say powerful phone was like an iPhone 3GS. So, and that was a while back, obviously. Nope, can't do that. Alright, that's alright. Flying thing. sucks. So what do you think? Dog meat's not really helping. Thank you, finally. How does that work? Using a PC from a cloud service. Is it kind of like using a Switch, where like you can take the game with you or something like that, without but then again, a Switch, all the tech is in the screen. That's why you have to plug it into the base, besides charging it. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind for when I'm not streaming, and check it out. I don't have my Kindle or anything nearby to access the internet at the moment. I could, but since I have the Aqua Boy perk, I don't have to worry about getting rats and water, so. 100 gigabytes of space is not that much, especially since most games nowadays are anywhere between 30 and 60 gigabytes by themselves. Wedding ring off. Build that thing. I just don't know if it's here that I've got to do it at, or no, probably not. Yeah, 1 terabyte would be cool, but if they did 1 terabyte, they'd probably have to charge for the service and everything. See, I'm gonna have to get to rank 3 in blacksmith and you get a physicist before I can like the fact that those bodies are gone. Dude, you don't know how long I've been wishing for a way to permanently get rid of the bodies at the Sanctuary Bridge. And that mod made it so that I could. It's so cool. I've had a couple of bouts of insomnia, so I think I mentioned it earlier. Horrible shot. Anyway.
Hey.
You, my friend, are gonna get the bandana and the welding goggles. Give me that. There you go. I'm not actually going into Concord yet. I'm just going to the couple of houses that I know that are on the outskirts that have cool stuff in them, usually.
Sweet.
That looks so cool. Anyway, alright. I got some armor.
Let me go. Wait, you ain't gonna rat us out to the Institute. Don't come any closer, friend. This doesn't concern you.
Please, help! They're going to kill me!
Shut up!
What's going on here?
This thing's a synth. That's what. We've been traveling with it for weeks. But then today he finally let slip that he's an Institute errand boy. the whole fucking time.
Because I thought you were my friends.
I'd never be friends with a damn synth.
You already were friends with the synth. Now, please, just let me go.
You think I'm stupid? You're just gonna run off and get your Institute buddies to come put us down. That ain't happening, pal.
I'm not with the Institute. I ran away. I just need to get to Bunker Hill. Then, I swear I will never bother you again. Please. You believe me, right? You can't let them do this.
You need to let him go. Think about it. If he meant to hurt you, wouldn't he have done it already?
I would never do that. You're my friends.
They got a point, Fred. He's had all the chances in the world to harm us. Maybe we should just let him go.
All right. But if I ever see you again, I'm putting one right between your eyes.
Oh, my God. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Just get the hell out of here.
Excuse me.
Thanks again. Here, I want you to have this.
Thank you.
Hey there.
Show's over. Move along.
Hi.
How about you move along?
I probably should kill you both, but I'm not going to. Alright. I'm aiming for Trudy's Diner/Shop so that I can sell things and maybe find a leather chest piece instead of a freighter chest piece. Freighter stuff isn't as upgradable. God, I love this overgrown mod so much.
We had a deal, Trudy. Hand over the goods. You owe us.
I ain't giving you poison-shilling chem pushers anything.
Whoa,
You know
whoa,
what that
easy
junk
there,
has done to
Bolt
my
boy. This doesn't involve you.
You stop waving that gun in my face, or it's gonna involve me.
Okay, just take it easy. We'll lower our weapons, all right? Just don't do anything crazy.
What's going on here?
That's a simple business dispute, got it? Trudy's sitting on a pile of goods that she owes me. I tried reasoning with her, but it looks like I gotta take what's mine by force. Want to make some easy money? Help me out. I could use another gun. Or maybe you think you can talk some sense into her.
I'll talk to her. Maybe we can work this out.
I appreciate it. If things go sideways, we'll back you up.
Hey there.
I saw you in that poison cellar talking. Well, he ain't getting his money. Period.
Look, you owe them money. If you just pay them, then this'll be over. Everyone walks away without getting hurt.
I got a better idea. You take care of Wolfgang. I'll pay you 100 caps to put a bullet between his eyes.
And why should I help you?
Look, this place might not look it, but caravans come through here, okay? I have supplies. You help me, we can trade for whatever you need.
All right, Trudy. I'll get rid of him.
Thank you. I'll back you up from here. Go get him.
You crossed the wrong man.
Something's happening.
Keep him off me!
Why does he have to aim for my frickin' head?
Think I'm scared. Get back!
Come on, Smooth, you bitch.
Need help here!
Patrick, get out of the...
Should have just run.
Okay, where's the... There he is. I normally have a higher charisma when I play, but I was trying a new build, a new base build, and ended up with less in charisma. I usually have a charisma of like 7 or 8 right now, but yeah. That sucked. Patrick, get back in the house.
Never take a hit at Jet again, I swear.
Got addicted to Jet, really? It's like the stupidest drug to get addicted to.
Excuse me.
I can't wait to see the crows feeding on that scumbag. Here, this is for you. Now, if you ever need to trade, my shop's open.
You got things covered from here?
Yeah, it's gonna take my son a while to get off the chems, but we'll make it. We always do. Now, let's get back to business. You need anything for the road?
Sure. Let's take a look.
A little bit of everything.
Okay. Damn. No leather. Okay, well, let's get rid of some of the stuff that I'm not gonna use. Alright, dog meat. Let's see if we can find Trash Can Carla, huh? Okay. Let's try following this road and see if we can run into her. Wrong button. Oh, crap! Fucking Yogwai. I was curious about what killed those settlers, isn't it? A fucking Yogwai? Oy. everything looks so different with the overgrown thing going on. It's not bad. It's just some of the landmarks that I've memorized over the couple of years that I've been playing this game now are different. They look different. The landmarks themselves aren't different. Thank goodness. Knocked my shot. Little things that I've learned about since I've been playing over and over and over again. Alright. Keep following the road. Just keep swimming. Basically. Want to go over there right now? No. I still haven't found Carla. Which is annoying. Because I think I went the wrong direction. Wrong button. Ah, wrong button again. God damn it. God damn it. Alright. Okay, so... that should be right around where Grey Garden is. I'll recognize the area when I get closer. Yeah, it really is a good game. I have some mods on mine that make it look a little bit better. Like normally it wouldn't be as green, and they wouldn't have trees with leaves on them. But in general, the game is pretty awesome. Do you have any questions about it or anything that I can help with?
If you're looking to trade, then let's make a deal!
Yeah. If you've never played any Fallout game at all, then put it on the easiest mode you can until you get used to the game mechanics. Build as much as you can in Sanctuary for a headquarters before you head out to Concord to save everybody. I'm not giving anything away really, because the building allows for leveling up and stuff, and so you'll have a couple of levels, and that'll really help with the battles you're gonna run into in Concord. And why is there anyway? Don't do what I'm doing, which is, not. I skipped Concord. I skipped quite a few different things. I'm going directly to Diamond City, and then I'll be fast traveling back to Sanctuary, because you'll run into a lot of things that don't necessarily handle fighting. Like, I've never run into the dogs in this area before. Random stuff. Damn it. I'm a horrible shot. Dogs! God damn hit my own dog. Sorry about that, dog meat. Loot everything. Not that hard. It's just a matter of learning where everything is, learning shortcuts, like building for the people in Concord, like, and just learning what you can get away with and what you need to watch out for when you just start getting to know the game. Like I've played this game so much. I did all of the endings except for one, and one that I haven't done is not an official ending. And I've done playthroughs where I didn't even do an ending until after I'd done every other thing that I could. Like, seriously, I went and did Far Harbor, and I went and did Nuka World, and I went and did the Mechanist and Vault 88, and all that stuff. I did all of that before I even went and talked to the people in Concord to help the main storyline along. So as you play, the different playthroughs of the game and learn things, you'll pick up stuff fairly easy. The most complicated stuff from it is like some of the building is a little bit complicated because it can get a little frustrating because of the way they've done things.
Super mutant!
Man, my brain's for a second going way down between the mod and the fighting.
They're all over me!
I know I'm running out of ammo. It's okay. I got another gun. Probably doesn't have very much ammo to it either. Let's see. Yeah, 33. I'm barely touching it. I'll leave you guys to it. Alright. Fallout New Vegas, the crafting system in Fallout New Vegas is actually much more complicated than the crafting system in this one. Though they do share a lot of elements together.
What do you mean you can't open the gate?
And the basics of the games are the same, like the aiming, the VATS, the how to move around. It's just that the amount of creatures and random event spawn points and stuff like that have increased because the map and the complication of the map, the Boston area and everything in the Commonwealth has made it more complicated. Like you run into more people everywhere than I ran into in New Vegas, because in New Vegas you had little hole in the wall settlements here and there, or big settlements, like you actually had New Vegas itself, the Hoover Dam, the camp for Caesar, you know, all those people, but everything in between wasn't as populated. In this one, you have literally different types of raiders. You have like gunners, you have regular raiders, you have if you have all the DLC, you have the Rust Devils, which is a robot-based raider gang, all roaming around, and you randomly run into them. And as
Stop playing around,
progress
Danny. I'm
the
standing
main
out in the open
storyline,
here, for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in,
it gets
Piper.
more complicated.
I'm sorry.
Like you get
just
more
doing my
people
job.
roaming the wasteland. You know.
Ooh, just doing your
So
job.
it's-
Protecting
it's-
Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it?
There's a lot more to
Whoa,
do too.
Look, it's the
There's tons of
scary
places on the
reporter. Boo.
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole
The
city's
modding
in a
system
tizzy.
for your armor and weapons is awesome though, because
Ugh.
um,
You open this
you
gate
can take,
right now,
like, the
Danny
basic
Sullivan.
pistol
I
that I've been
live
using
here. You can't just
and
lock
make
me
it,
out.
by the time you get all your perks built up and
Damn it,
the
Danny.
and,
Open
and
up.
the mods on it, you can end up doing like 3 times the damage that it started out with.
You want into
Your
Diamond City,
armor
right?
can get really good depending on what kind of armor you're wearing.
I just got
And,
here, but
you get
yeah.
power armor, and unlike in New Vegas and Fallout 3, power armor is treated like a vehicle
What's that?
instead
You
of just
said you're a
something that
trader
you can
up from Quincy?
just pick up and
You
walk
have enough
around with.
supplies to keep the general store stocked for a
So
whole
you
month?
actually have to supply it with
You hear that, Danny? You
energy
gonna
batteries.
open the gate and let us
I call them
in, or are you
batteries.
gonna be the one
They're-
talking to
they're
crazy
fusion
Myrna about
cores.
losing out on all the
Yeah,
supply?
if you run out of fusion
all
cores,
right.
then your suit
Make it
doesn't work as
personal,
well.
Piper. Give me a minute.
And you can still wear it, but you're slowed way down, stuff like that.
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on the
You
bluff.
can also modify it and make it stronger. You give it things like Tesla coils, so that when people get too close, they can get electrified. You know, all that
You
stuff.
first.
Wouldn't have it
Yeah,
any
makes
other way.
It makes the game a lot more interesting, and you can, as you play the game and you learn little things, like I can't show you where to find the best armor right now.
Piper,
because one, I'm not
who let you
leveled up
back
enough for it.
inside?
And
I told
two,
Sullivan
it's
to
in
keep
the middle
that
of
gate
downtown
shut.
Boston
You
where I'd get killed
devious,
trying to get there right now.
rabble-rousing slanderer. The level...
So, but if you wait until, like, you'll find random pieces of power armor. In fact, you get a power suit, during the Concord mission that I mentioned earlier. I don't want to go too far into the details if you're going to play the game. But if you can use that one for the entirety of the game if you want to, until you get to, like, I think level about 25-ish, maybe level 30, and then once you get there, you can go to this place downtown. It's not a marked location, which is why I would have to show you where it is. I think I actually have a video on my YouTube channel where I showed where it was, but I don't remember the name of the thing. I did a lot of streaming a couple years back. Anyway, you can get Exo 1 armor, which is the best armor in the game, and you can modify that, and you're practically invincible in it. Once you get to a certain
Full of
stage
dishonesty in that paper of
in the
yours.
game.
I'll have that printer
Ooh,
scrapped
that
for
a statement,
parts.
Mr. McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the mayor's threatening to
I
throw
like
free
Piper.
speech in the dumpster.
Always believed in freedom of the press.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir. No,
I don't
no.
like McDonough.
You look like Diamond City material.
course, then
Welcome
again, I
to
know
the
a
great
secret
green
to
jewel
McDonough.
of the Commonwealth.
That I don't want to give
Safe,
away because
happy,
it's
A
spoiler.
fine place to come.
You can find out
Spend
about
your
it on
money.
YouTube
Settle
right now.
down.
But if you're
Don't let this muckraker here tell you
I don't
otherwise,
like doing
all right?
spoilers too much.
What are you two arguing about, anyway?
What do you think? Print lies and everybody's happy, but if you print the truth...
Now, was there anything particular you came to our city for?
I'm trying to find someone.
Trying to find someone? Who?
My son, Sean. He's less than a year old.
Wait, your son's missing? Oh, you hear that, McDonough? What's Diamond City Security doing to help this man, huh? This isn't the first missing persons report to come through here, and now we have an infant who's been taken?
Don't listen to her. Well, I'm afraid that our security team can't follow every case that comes through. I'm confident that you can find help here. Diamond City has every conceivable service known to man. One of our great citizens can surely find the time to help you.
Well, sure. And a mayor of a great city must know everyone. Who can help me?
I'm sorry, I don't have time for any more questions. I'm a busy man. Enjoy your stay in our fair city.
This is ridiculous. Diamond City Security can't spare one officer to help. I want the truth, McDonough. What's the real reason security never investigates any kidnappings?
I've had enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for. A big Diamond City welcome from the mayor. You feel honored yet? Look, I gotta go get settled in, but, stop by my office later. I have an idea for an article you'd
When
be
I
perfect
put
for.
I put a mod on to this game where you're able to use the faces for the NPCs, not just your companions, but you know, random NPC faces and stuff like that in the game. And I realized something when I was because I thought it'd be goofy to like make Piper, make my wife Nora look like Piper, and Nora and Piper actually look a lot alike already. And you're
Head on
welcome for the
inside.
tips.
Hey.
I can't believe how much this mod is messing with my frames per second. I don't know if it's just the mod or if it's the fact that I'm streaming too. Well, let's see what Diamond City looks like with the mods in. They're called the Great Green Jewel not because of green grass or anything, but because of the Great Big Green Wall. That, and it used to be a baseball stadium.
Piper, you're back. Hey, kiddo. How are the paper sales?
Well, the presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't replace it.
You've been saying that for weeks, and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much. I gotta head into the office. You start whistling if you see any angry politicians coming our way.
Why? Is something wrong? Piper? Free paper to newcomers. If the Institute grabs you in the night, at least we warned you.
Thanks, I guess.
I'm serious. The Institute takes people. You should read up if you're sticking around.
I believe you. Thanks.
You're a real lost lamb in the wolf's den, mister. So what are you doing in Diamond City anyway?
I came here looking for someone.
Let me guess. That someone's gone missing, right? That's what I'm telling you. So who is it?
I'm looking for Sean. He's my son. Less than a year old.
You have a son, mister? Man, you're old. You're in bad luck. No one tries to find missing people in Diamond City. Missing people means the Institute is involved. And no one's going to want to get the Institute's attention.
You're a smart kid. Isn't there someone in town who isn't afraid of this Institute?
Well, there is the detective, Mr. Nick Valentine. He's not afraid of anything. If anyone's gonna help you, it's him.
Thanks. You were a big help.
Remember, the Institute's out there, newcomer. Watch your back.
I'm gonna take his armor chest piece off because it's bugging me during the little cinematics, during conversations. Yeah, I know, right? I think the main character in this game is actually physically younger than I am in real life, and she's calling him old.
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue?
Why are you calling me that?
'Cause of the blue jumpsuit you're wearing? You're a vault dweller. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. You do that, and I'll tell you what. I'll come with you. Watch your back while you get used to the world above ground.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
That's why I said
Oh my
physically
God.
younger.
The man out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
Honestly, seeing everyone surviving out here, rebuilding the world, it gives me hope.
That's surprisingly inspired, Blue. We're definitely quoting that. Now, I already know you're
Oh, I
looking
said
for your
physical
son,
older.
Sean. Do you suspect the Institute was involved in his kidnapping?
Sure sounds like they might be.
Not even a baby is safe from them. And people wonder why I can't just look the other way. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
No matter how much you want to give up, don't. You have to have hope that you'll see them again. Or at least, that you'll know the truth.
A strong note to end on, Blue. Thanks. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, I agreed to come with you, right? Watch your back? Just say the word when you're ready. I can't wait to see where this story goes next.
So this is all the perks that you can do in the game. I would research the perks yourself because perks are personal preferences. Like a lot of people think that the Aqua Boy perk is stupid, and so they don't use it. But I like it because even if you only invest 1 point in it, you can stop worrying about being able to breathe underwater or getting radiation from walking
A real
or
bolt suit?
swimming in deep water.
Anyone is one of those things. It's that secretary of this order and
Don't be caught dead! Protection from Commonwealth weaponry! It's the new guy. That's you, right?
Yeah, I'm the new guy.
Well, it's good to have you here. Name's Arturo Rodriguez. If you need protection, let's talk.
Let's see what you got.
Something for everyone.
That doesn't bother me this much. It doesn't block his face.
I hear there's a bar in the old theater district that's for raiders only. The combat zone. I'd stay clear if I was you.
Oh, there's one thing that I will spoil for you that is kind of cool. Okay, so see this looks like a home plate, like a baseball.
Copy of the public. We expose the truth behind the Institute.
Yeah, you can. It's great. Like I my one of my other playthroughs, I worried more about getting all of these maxed out first before I invested in any of the perks below, and everything. Welcome back, other Derek. But back to what I was saying. This is a home plate, and this is actually a trophy, I believe, on PS4 and PC and Xbox. But you start out at home plate, and
Word is
you run this direction.
The old museum of witchcraft.
Can't believe you eat that food. Only one thing worth buying in the dugout is.
And here's first base, and then you
That thing's
run
not
out
stray, is
this
it?
way. And here's second base, and then you run this direction.
Sometimes you gotta wonder. Does anyone fight back?
And here's third base, and then you go back this direction, and you hit home plate again, and you do it as fast as you can, without doing anything else. And you should get a home run, or I think a home run's when you get hit by a nuke or something. But you get a little thing.
Where are you gonna go?
Doing it.
Make your way out the common world.
It's pretty cool. So, time to fast travel back to where I was at Sanctuary. Come on, load. That is the one thing that I do like about playing on my PC for Fallout, Dying Light, whatever, compared to PS4. The load times are different. And Trash Can Carla is found in my settlement.
Huh? So what's your story? Looking to trade? Rob me? Or just ask directions to Diamond City?
Just looking for love, sweetheart.
Boy, have you come to the wrong place. My loving days have long since passed. But I'll tell you what, wise ass. You made an old girl smile, and that ain't easy. You want to do some trading? I'll give you a discount.
Let's see what you have.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
Build Anywhere is okay. Especially if you want to do a playthrough where you want to completely ignore the Minutemen and settlements in general. Um, because you could like build on a bridge, like an overpass or whatever, and just completely like disregard people. But other than that, I can't really conceive that you would need it, especially with the mod that I found where it extends the boundaries of the settlements to a pretty satisfactory level, which is why I was able to build out over the water of the river in front of Sanctuary. But I've seen some pretty cool things, like when they do mods where it eliminates or massively increases the build amount that you can do on settlements as well. That's when you get those big super structures and the elaborate settlements that look too good to be true. And all that is because of those. I'm very tame when it comes to mods. I always have been. Thank you. Okay. Back over to where I was. That's the one drawback that's going to happen with this sanctuary build. Well, Xbox is massively more has more freedom than PlayStation users have. Sony, unfortunately, is uber over the top when it comes to security because of what happened with the hackers and everything. So they don't like that. They only will allow certain types of mods to be used on the PS4. Like you can't get anything that has actual quests that are mods. Like an actual like storyline and everything to go along with it, because the biggest rule that Sony has for the mods that are accessible for PS4 users is that they cannot contain any outside content at all. So everything that I'm using mod wise is using resources and content and things that are already in the game. So like the ring that I use, the Spouse's Embrace ring, all those buffers and boosts can be found in the game already. And the mod person used the wedding bands that you start out with to link it, so it was allowed to be used. The Overgrown mod that I keep marveling at as I'm playing the game tonight is all the stuff for it is sourced from the short segment of pre-war Sanctuary at the beginning of the game. All of that. All of it is stuff that can be found in the game already. I'm hoping that when Bethesda rolls out the Creation Club, as much as a lot of people are poo-pooing on it because they don't quite understand what it is just yet, because they were kind of vague in the announcement at E3, I'm hoping that the Creation Club will give the options for good, really high-quality modders to work with Bethesda to get like quest mods and where they build elaborate buildings and sets and scripts and dialogue and the whole 9 yards, so that you can add more side quests to the game and everything. I'm hoping that the Creation Club will allow Bethesda to take that content under their wing and add it to the PS4 lists through the Creation Club, and Sony will allow it because only certain mods and certain modders are being invited to the Creation Club and are going to be participating in everything. I'm really, really hoping that this is the case. I'm really hoping that this is a workaround so that we can get the highest quality mods possible that will add some really good quality replay value to Fallout 4. Because we have the same kind of problem with the mods and the resources that are being used and stuff for Skyrim as well. So if the Creation Club does mods for not only Fallout 4 but Skyrim, then people who are on the PS4 will have access to content that people on Xbox and PC have had access to all along. And it'll open things up a lot, because my best friend, Jack, he lives in Canada and he doesn't have a PC. His laptop will run like Skyrim, and he can mod that, but it won't run really high powered games. Most of the time he doesn't even use it, because it's easier for him to just get on his console to play a game and relax. And it'll allow him, because he also has Skyrim and Fallout 4, it'll also allow him to expand the amount of mods that he's able to use and the quality of them and what they do. See, I've played with mods on my PC for Fallout 4 already, and some of them are really, really good and massively elaborate. And so I'm looking forward to maybe being able to use those on here as well and show them off, or even if it's not to you guys, but at least show them off to my friend Jack, you know? So... I think I'll end up selling that soon. Alright. I've also heard the exact opposite lately. Like, the most recently, I've heard rumors that Creation Club is not going to have you pay for the mods at all. So, I don't know. Like I said, they didn't really say much of anything at E3, and Bethesda hasn't come out and said anything since about the club, even though it was supposed to come out and be announced as ready and everything by the end of, I think, last month or this month. They still haven't come forth and said anything. So, there's a chance that they saw the public outcry over the paid mod thing, and decided not to charge anything for it. We won't know for sure until they officially roll everything out and we can, take a look at what they're offering. I'm not a Bethesda fanboy. I'm just, I'm hearing multiple different sources on YouTube and through websites where one person says this thing, one person says another thing. I just want them to finally announce it and come out with it so that I can find out one way or another what's going to happen. And truthfully, with as much as the community has been complaining about Bethesda stealing modders' ideas and stuff, and not giving them credit or anything, even if it is paid mods, the money that you guys are going to be paying, or we're going to be paying, for access to the mods, if it does happen that way, will go towards the modders and Bethesda for time and money, because Bethesda will have to put a dedicated team on helping the modders improve and expand upon their mods, as well as maintaining the databases and the servers and all that stuff. So if we're paying, like, you know, if they do a monthly service thing, or if they only charge per thing, it could be as little as $1 a mod, depending on whether or not the modders get a say about how much Bethesda charges. Or if they do a monthly thing, we'd be charged like $10 a month for access to the Mods and Creation Club, and that if we don't continue paying, then we can't have the access, but we get to keep the mods that we already have installed. You know, it could be anything like that. But like I said, we haven't had any information at all, other than they have this idea, and that this is the tentative thing that they were going to go with it. You know, it's horrible how little, considering it's Bethesda, it's horrible how little information they actually gave us during the announcement of the Creation Club, and since they've announced it. But then again, Bethesda has a history of just saying, hey, you know, this is the thing, and here's a small glimpse, and then they go radio silent. They did that with Fallout 4 until like a few months right before E3. Like, they were completely silent, and then there's like, hey, we're gonna have a big announcement at E3, and then they did this huge hoopla at E3 about Fallout 4, and then the hype train started happening, and so they announced Fallout 4 in the same year it was going to be released. You know, so you never know. It's Bethesda, for crying out loud. This is not you know, EA or Ubisoft, where if they had an announcement like they've done, we would guarantee to not only be screwed, but the content would actually be crappy, and they would overcharge. You know, Bethesda has not, in the history that I've had with them since I started gaming back at the Xbox 360 era, when I actually became serious about it, they haven't overcharged, and they haven't really fucked with the customers too bad. I mean, they've had their problems. Every company does, where they lose sight of what it means to make money and keep your customer base happy. I mean, look at what happened with BioWare and Mass Effect Andromeda. They totally dropped the ball because of because of EA and all their crap and office politics and shit. And now they've completely foobarred it. Hey, Snow. You couldn't see it, but I actually waved. So it's just the logic. See, I see everything in a analytical, logical thing because I'm on the spectrum. So like, I overanalyze everything, and I see all angles of everything, and it's annoying. But like, it means I'm a little bit more open-minded and understanding when shit goes wrong. But I understand why they do this or do that. Like the Mass Effect Andromeda thing. As much as I'm pissed off that they're not going to do DLC and everything for it, I understand why they decided not to. Between the PR mess and them trying to hype Anthem, you know, they probably thought it was a good idea. It's a horrible idea. Anthem's gonna bomb. Arma 3. I truthfully haven't ever heard of Arma 3. I play Fallout 4, Dying Light, Mass Effect Andromeda. Believe it or not, I actually really do like the game, as quirky as it is. Dragon Age Inquisition, the Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8, Final Fantasy 15. That's all the stuff I play on PS4, not including the digitally downloaded stuff that I have. And on PC, I'm currently trying to play through the first Watch Dogs. I have the second Watch Dogs as well, because I was able to get it for, get like basically the Game of the Year edition for a really good price. The Forest, and Mass Effect Andromeda on there as well, and a few other games, quite a few other games actually, including Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, which I will probably do Let's Plays or whatever with the Star Wars games if I get into it. It depends. What kind of games do you like? Because that's games are severely personal preference. I mean, really, really, really badly personal preference. If you've never played any of the Fallout games at all, like you haven't touched Fallout 3 or New Vegas, or you haven't watched anybody play them, and I'm not talking about on YouTube, I mean in person, then you might not know the lore, you might not understand some of the aspects of it. That I wouldn't say that would deter you or make it harder for you or anything like that, because Bethesda's really good about, melding the different lores and stuff together, but making it so that you can jump into anywhere in the series and be fine. But if you don't like first-person shooters, if you don't like RPGs, if you don't like things that are largely story-driven, then you might not like this game. But if you like action, you like single-player campaigns, you like building things, then you also might like it, because there's a lot of focus on settlement building, like building buildings. You saw me just plant things, plant crops, all that stuff. So it's really, yeah. Yeah, so if you like the gameplay and you like what you're seeing here tonight, then yeah. You might actually enjoy it. Oh. There's usually more raiders than that. They must have took them out while I was exploring everywhere else. Good going, Preston.
Hey, up here, on the balcony. I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please!
Okay.
Yeah!
I'll do that in a second. And yes, even when I'm not streaming, I talk to the NPCs. I'm just crazy, I guess. I have fun with it. And since I don't actually have a helmet at the moment, the only reason I would take the militia hat off and put something else on is if I had the assault thing. Yes, BioShock 1 and 2 are freaking awesome. The third one, BioShock Infinite, wasn't as great. Thank you. And thanks for the subscription. But yeah, I like the karma aspect. It's one of the things I missed from Fallout 4, is I like the karma aspect in the BioShock series, and so I was able to play both sides of each game. Like play harvest all the little sisters in the first game, or not harvest the little sisters. I even was, of course, this is like early internet gameplay days where FAQs were mostly text-based, but like I learned that you could even harvest one or two little sisters and still get the good guy ending and stuff like that. I didn't get to play a lot of the DLC for the game for the first two, unfortunately, because of the time period that this was all set in my life. I had just started getting into gaming, and the BioShock series was one of the first game series that I actually played and drew me into it. And so the third one I like, but I don't. It's like I liked the gameplay, I liked the graphics, I liked the story concept. Okay, the time travel or alternate universe, multiverse traveling. What I didn't like is that they made it seem like you had choices, but you didn't. Like choosing the brooch on the choker that you give to Elizabeth doesn't affect anything. And if you don't know that going into the game, you get to the end and it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter how you play. It can really irritate someone like me where you've gotten used to a certain type of game from the BioShock universe, and then they completely throw that away. Because the BioShock universe, as much as it's pretty and everything like that, the BioShock universe is like different tales of moral ambiguity, of freedom gone too far, or socialism gone too far, or communism gone too far, or in the case of the last one, religion going too far. They're cautionary morality tales. Yeah, it was weird that to know that it didn't matter what you did in Infinite, it didn't matter how much of a great guy you were in Infinite, that you were always going to be drowned by Elizabeth. That they were always going to make sure you didn't come out of your baptism. And it's really fucked up, because after they ended that, if you played the add-on where Elizabeth goes back to Rapture, because that's where Booker DeWitt was in Rapture. I don't know how he escaped from Rapture or anything, but he was there. And I think what it was, I remember now. It wasn't that he escaped. It was one of the alternates escaped to Rapture instead of and to disappear. Booker DeWitt was never in Rapture, officially. I remember that now. I only played the DLC once. But she goes back and tracks down every single one of the Booker DeWitts. I'm not going to confuse it by trying to use his religious name and shit. She tracks down every single version of Booker DeWitt and kills them. And I don't know about you, but I've watched the Back to the Future movies. I've listened to Star Trek theories. I've actually listened to quantum theorists who talk about butterfly effects and time travel and all that stuff. And every single one of them, both fictional and non-fictional, say that if you go back and kill your father, you will erase yourself. Period. And that's basically what she was doing. She went back and was killing her father. I'm like, that's,
Motherfucker!
I realize that science fiction doesn't have to make sense, but fucking, it just because the other ones made sense. The whole modified C-Slick thing is actually possible with stem cell research and stuff like that. That's what made them so awesome, is that all of the stuff, all the technologies that you ran into, they were actually possible. It is what it is. I mean, since we can't go back and change the game, we can't rewrite it. The best things we can do is do mods if we want for the games to help that kind of thing. But I don't know what they're gonna do with the series now. Oops. Hello, Jeff. Forgive me if I do not actually remember your name. unless you come and talk to me on a regular basis while I'm streaming or something, or make comments on my videos on YouTube. I'm kind of bad at names. I will remember your username though, the Snow Ghost. Just like I will remember Eric. His username. And later, bro.
There we go.
Well, yeah, she influenced them, yeah. But that's part of the storyline already. I mean, that's an established thing that even if she hadn't gone into an alternate universe and messed around, because she's not technically time traveling so much as she's like alternate universe hopping. She's going through the multiverse and killing all the different timelines that this one decision made or whatever. Her actual timeline, the one that she originally came from, the Alpha timeline, no longer technically exists.
Just had to play hero, huh?
Because of her meddling. She can never go back. At least that's the prevailing theory. It's just like technically Marty McFly didn't go back to his original universe. Big, you know, with like mock time. He went back to an alternate universe where Marty came, without Marty went traveling, and that Marty also ended up in a different universe. And you know, it gets really convoluted when you think about it too much, truthfully. You'll have to look online, do some shopping around. It also depends on whether or not you're going to buy new or used. The Game of the Year edition just dropped, so I would recommend buying that one if you want to get all the DLC and stuff at a decent price. I think the Game of the Year edition is like $60 to $80, like, depending on where you are. I have no idea. Because I bought the game and the season pass, and I paid $90, but I bought it at launch. So I paid a little bit more. If I had just been patient and waited a couple of years, I could have gotten everything, but you know, I wanted it now, so I paid the price. That's just how it is. But yeah, definitely shop around. If you live in a country other than America, check out like Amazon, and see if they've got the Game of the Year edition, and you can order that. I would definitely recommend getting the Game of the Year edition instead of buying used and then getting the season pass. Truthfully, it'll be cheaper. I think. Damn it. Why is it? Wake up. There we go.
Still alive? Christ.
Yes, I know I hurt my dog. He will recover after everybody's dead. Yeah, BioShock is very interesting. Okay, go ahead and tell me the joke, man. Splicers are...
I'm coming in there, and I'm gonna skin every last one of you!
You know that splicers are only, they only look like that because they've gone crazy and they've mutilated themselves, right? Splicing that made them look like that.
Come on. Inside.
Preston, shut up. Why you don't play chess? I don't know, why do I not play chess? I used to play chess, but why do I not play chess?
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
God damn it. Glad to help.
Well, if that's true, we could use some more goodwill. As you can see, we're in a bit of a mess here.
Nah, that ain't it.
That joke doesn't make sense. There's 4 rooks that are technically towers on the board.
Nope.
Please, go on.
A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now we're 5. First, it was the ghouls in Lexington, and now this mess.
Sorry. Sounds rough.
Thanks.
Nah, that ain't
It's good to meet someone who really cares. Anyway, we figured Concord would be a safe place to settle. Those raiders proved us wrong.
Damn it.
But, well, we do have one idea.
I still don't get it.
One good idea can make all the difference.
Sturgis, tell him.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war. You might have seen it. Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of Cherry T-45 power armor. Military issue.
I like it.
Yeah, I thought you might. Protection with an added bonus. Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that, and those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
Minigun. Now we're talking.
I know, right? Only there's one hitch. The suit's out of juice. Probably been dry for 100 years. It can be powered up again. But we're a bit stuck.
I'll help if I can.
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC, a standardized fusion core, your high-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military and some companies way back when. And we know right where to find one.
But we can't get to the damn thing. It's down in the basement, locked behind a security gate. Look, I fix stuff. I tinker. Bypassing security ain't exactly my forte. You could give it a shot.
Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core. We're set.
Well, all right. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the core into the power armor and grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight. Good luck.
Bingo.
through the back room and up to the roof. I'll hold them off from here.
Well,
Go.
don't spam my chat if you're bored. You were gonna go off and do stuff.
Now look who Dog Meat brought to us.
She freaks me out.
He's a good dog. Smart, too.
Oh, indeed. Dog Meat's good at finding folks who need him.
It's not
and
her
he'll sit by you
personality
now.
or anything like that.
I
It's literally
saw it.
the way she talks, the way her mouth moves and shit.
Please, tell me what you know.
Just listen to me, acting a crazy old lady. It's the chems, you see. They give old Mama Murphy the sight. Been that way since I was a girl.
That's incredible.
I can see a bit of what was and what will be, and even what is right now. And right now, I can see there's something coming, drawn by the noise and the chaos. And it is angry.
What is it? Mama Murphy, I need more, please.
I see. I see. Oh. It's horrible, kid. Claws and teeth and horns. The very face of death itself. That's all I can manage. That's all. I need to rest now. And you have a job to do.
We need help. And we get a vault dweller? What are you going to do in that stupid jumpsuit? Bleed to death?
Hey.
These are our lives you're playing with. Are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening to your screeching, nagging, panicking ass.
God.
Bingo.
God, why?
God, I hate
why,
her.
Why? It's not fair. It's not fair.
I realize they've gone through some shit. Hell, they lost their son. I just don't like her attitude. Yeah, Mama Murphy is freaky. Dude, she's freaky. I mean, the site is awesome. You know, you can actually convince her to stop taking chems because if she doesn't, it'll kill her. But like, you know, her animations when she talks are so strange that I'm just like, why? They're like grotesque and scary.
Personal log. United States Army Staff Sergeant Michael Daly. This past Saturday, October 23rd, while en route to West Stockbridge, a vertibird crashed into the roof of this museum. The cause? EMP following nuclear detonation. Several, in fact. From the intel I've gathered, this was a global event. The co-pilot was killed on impact. Pilot died of his injuries a day later. Day after that, Flaherty and Canaway were shot by some scared, desperate survivors. Then Brzezinski took off running. Haven't seen him since. Now, it's my turn to go AWOL, if that concept even applies anymore. My armor's fusion core is burned out, so I guess my soldering days are done. I'm heading to Boston, on foot, to see if my sister survived all this. She's got an apartment on Boylston Street. This is Mike Daly, signing out. Good luck. And God bless America. Or what's left of it.
Horrible at that. I gotta save stuff for the stuff that's coming up. I don't want to give it away, so I'm trying to be friendly.
Why don't you get down here? Let you and my boys have a little talk. Come on, I've got places to be.
We got places. They probably did. Knowing Bethesda, they probably were intentionally creepy. But it's like, I'd rather be freaked out. They actually have mods that'll change your face and stuff. Probably make it feel a little better. I'm not moving forward because if I move too much past where I'm at now, it'll trigger something that I don't want to deal with right now. There's mountains all craters around. Come on, really? Come on, it's right there. They backed up a step and suddenly my bullets don't reach them? That's stupid. That's not how bullets and that's not how bullets and ballistics work. Saved the minigun for. Minigun. That's a death claw. Yeah, death claws are, they're trouble. God damn it. And I'm dead. Because I didn't pay attention to my health bar. Damn it. Yeah, death claws are evil. They're actually genetic lab animals.
Day after that
the American
Flaherty and Cannaway were shot by some scared, desperate survivors. Then Brzezinski took off running.
With China.
Haven't seen him since.
Now
it's my turn to go AWOL. If that concept even applies anymore. My armor's fusion core is burned out, so I guess my soldering days are done. I'm heading to Boston, on foot, to see if my sister survived all this. She's got an apartment on Boylston Street.
Now
Up here.
do this battle all
Buck,
over again.
We got somebody up here.
And since I'm going...
Why don't you get down here? Let you and my boys have a little talk.
They're literally just standing there. That was funny. now that I am paying attention, what do I have here? Let's go. Minigun. No, she was not exaggerating. She very rarely exaggerates. Oh, I actually leveled up. Okay. Where do I want to put it? I can't wait until I'm leveled up enough that I can go to Nuka World and get my favorite gun. Oh my god. My favorite gun is called the Splatter Cannon, and it's a legendary weapon that you can only buy in Nuka World, and you can only buy ammo for it in Nuka World. But it's a automatic assault rifle that that friggin' it does a cumulative damage. Jet. I haven't played from the beginning in hard mode before. I normally change halfway through after I've gotten to level 20, so never had to fight that Deathclaw so early in the game in hard mode.
Ain't personal, just you or me.
Ain't personal as you threw a Molotov cocktail at me. Pretty sure that was personal. Considered you wanted to burn me with fire. Edge.
Having fun, huh? I can see it.
So many people died right here. Because I set off that freaking that car and then I exploded the sandbags by accident. I'm overburdened. Dog meat, come here.
Hey.
Come here.
Over here.
Yeah, they are, and this one's even longer because there's no level cap. And there's no level cap, and the random encounters and stuff constantly respawn. So even if you've cleared, all the enemies, even in places that you've so-called cleared, will respawn. Like Concord will have raiders in it again after a while, and you can go back and re-kill all the raiders and earn more XP. Plus, they've introduced a legendary system, so depending on the level that you're playing in difficulty, will depend on how often you run into legendary enemies. And legendary enemies have 2 health bars, And they usually have a legendary weapon on them. Well, they always have a legendary weapon on them, but it's cool, because it gives you a chance to, if you're really dedicated and spend the time and the effort, you can max out your perk tree by level 200 and something. My other save file is level 70 something, maybe level 80 I think now. And I'm not even I've maxed out all of my what they call the specials, which is the ones at the top here. Your base stats. I've maxed all those out to 10 with the bobbleheads and stuff that I collected. I collected all the bobbleheads and stuff, and so technically they're all supposed to be a base of 11 now. And unfortunately, my perception is a base of 10 still, and it's because of a glitch. And I'm trying to experiment right now to find a way to work around it, so I don't have to start all over again, because that's gonna suck. If I have to start all over again. Yes, he can carry your shit for you. Up to a certain limit, though. All your companions can carry your junk and stuff for you, but they have weight limits. Yeah, the game is epic. I mean, Bethesda did an awesome job. As much as people complain about the building and the having to go around and scavenge things and all that, to do modifications to your weapons and armor, it's really worth it, and it's very satisfying to build up your character and do all the work yourself. That's why I don't do mods that work the system too much. I mean, the ring that I use is the most I've done to Mickey Mouse the game, and my friend Jack is constantly going around with modded weapons and stuff like that in his mod game, just because he likes blowing things up. He actually has something that acts like a nuke launcher. It's not a nuke launcher, I forget what it is, but I'm not one of those people. So like, yeah, my game's modded and everything, but I'm still playing it like as if it wasn't to a certain point.
Quit fussing.
Because I like the effort it takes to build
that
up
was
your character,
a
build
pretty
up your
amazing display.
settlements,
I'm just glad you're on our
clearing
side.
things out and building things up. It's awesome.
The feeling's mutual, Preston.
You can never have too many friends. Not in the Commonwealth. Listen, when we first met, you said you were glad to help. Well, you did. And we owe you our lives. So here. It ain't much, but it's the best way I can say thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Well, since you say that, maybe you'll come to Sanctuary with us. We could use your help getting settled there.
What would I need to do?
You'd need to stay strong like you've been. 'Cause there's more to your destiny. I've seen it. And I know your pain.
Okay, I'm listening.
You're a man out of time, out of hope. But all's not lost. I can feel your son's energy. He's alive.
I knew it. Please tell me where he is. I need to find my son.
I can't see him. Not clearly. But I feel his life force. He's out there. And even I don't need the sight to tell you where you should start looking. The great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Diamond City.
They're creepy,
the biggest settlement
dude.
around.
They're like, I've seen, characters kind of like her in movies and TV shows, in cartoons and stuff, and her animations are just so weird.
I've been to Diamond City already. I need more. Please.
Look, kid, I'm tired now. Maybe you'll bring me some chems later.
No, if she was acting more like
sight will
Dorothy
paint
from
a
the
clearer
Golden Girls,
picture.
little sassy,
Mama Murphy,
little
we talked
mouthy,
about
but
this.
with a
That
seer
junk,
thing.
it's gonna kill you.
And
Shush, Preston.
everything, it'd be
We're
cool.
all gonna die
but,
eventually. We're gonna need the sight. And our new
but
friend
the way
here,
they made her is
he's
just
gonna need it too.
a little weird.
Now let's get going. Sanctuary
It wasn't
awaits.
Dorothy, it was Sophia.
All right, folks. Thanks to our
Dorothy-
friend here,
Dorothy's her daughter.
it's safe to move out. We're heading for that place Mama Murphy knows about. Sanctuary. It's not far.
She knows about it? You mean she had one of her visions while she was stoned out of her gourd?
God, I
And now
hate
you want us to
Marcy.
just head out on another wild goose chase based on no better plan than Mama Murphy saw it?
It can
Oh,
hardly
hold
turn
on,
out any
hold on.
worse than...
Everybody just take it easy. We're all in this together, right? So, Marcy, you got a better idea of what we should do next? Anybody? Well then, Sanctuary it is. Let's just hope it lives up to its name.
Come on, June, it's time to go.
Oh, okay.
I guess. I mean, kind of like Marcy's raging bitch. And she doesn't get any better. Even when you make Sanctuary absolutely perfect for them, and you give her a job, and they have all the food and water and beds and everything that they would possibly need to make them happy, she still bitches. And it's because they were driven out of their home a couple of times, and they lost their son. But I understand where her
Forget the price we
epic
paid to
pain
get this
comes
far.
from or whatever. But like,
Let's move out.
I
I'll take point.
still hate how bitchy she is.
We're right behind you, boss.
First time I've seen one of these things up close. I'm very glad it's already dead.
You can technically go down there and investigate and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that right now. This gun looks ridiculous in my hand. With how big my armor is. Anyway. Alright. I'm basically just killing time at the moment because they'll keep walking towards Sanctuary no matter how far ahead or how far back I get. But it's... And I've cleared out all the enemies. So... If you want to see what the Commonwealth looks like, you know, the Fallout world looks like without the awesome, you know, foliage, you know, the trees and stuff, and the green grass. I have some old stream videos from when I first started playing through this game, and I played through all the different endings on stream. That'll show you what it really looks like without any mods at all. Of course, I was playing it on the easiest mode that there is, but it's there.
Look at that. I think I just found my new vacation home.
Your idea of heaven, eh, Sturgis? Could be some good salvage in there. Let's get the sanctuary first, though. I think we're close.
If you want to hear more in-depth tales of like the lore and stuff like that, there's this guy on YouTube. Not that I don't want you subscribing or watching my videos, but this guy goes above and beyond. His name is Oxhorn, all one word, and he does elaborate Fallout videos. And he doesn't cover just Fallout 4. He covers Fallout 3, New Vegas, you know, and he covers the quests and lore. I mean, he uncovered the origins and stuff of Iguana Bits.
Well, I'll be damned.
He's done a lot of work
I knew that was somewhere
over
around
the past, like, I don't know how long he's been doing it, truthfully.
This right here must be
researching
the Old North Bridge,
and compiling and
where the
editing
first shots of the American Revolution
everything,
were
these
I call that
elaborate
the best home
videos
in our
about
team
the
since we left
Fallout universe and lore. And it's really awesome. I just do, you know, basic gameplay, and when Jack's on with me, my best friend, we just sit here and we play, and he'll play his game, whatever he's playing. He plays things like Warframe and stuff, and I'll be playing like Fallout or whatever I play, and we'll just talk while we're doing that. So we'll cover bunches of different topics, and I'll yell at my dog if I have to, and stuff like that.
I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place.
And
I think we could
so
settle down
it's
here.
like,
Make it a place to call home. What do you think?
oh, you want to talk to me?
Yeah. I used to like living here. Before the war.
What do you mean? Before what war? Are you saying...
I lived here over 200 years ago. I was frozen or something for most of it. Just woke up a little while ago.
Damn. Like one of those old pre-war ghouls. You say you were frozen. Anybody else make it out with you?
My son. Somebody took him away while I was still trapped. I've been looking for him.
Damn. I'm sorry. I hope you find him. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Anyway, I am glad you're here.
And you're about to find out why there's that meme where Preston's like, another settlement needs your help. As soon as it's done getting into the conversation. There's always this weird
And I hope you don't mind, but I've got another favor to ask. I've had word from a settlement asking for help. There's still hope in there are Minutemen out there somewhere. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minutemen is to show people that they can count on us when they need us. Trouble is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you could go help out the settlement?
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic. The Minutemen could use more people like you. By the way, if you want to help out around here at all, talk to Sturgis. I'm sure he'd be glad for all the help he can get.
Okay. Now I'll be able to take the power armor over to the power armor repair area in my house. I built all this. I need circuitry. Okay. And to make sure that nobody tries to take your power armor and use it while you're gone, always remove fusion core. Always. Now, if you put a companion into a power suit, which you can, except for Dogmeat, have them go into a power suit of their own. You don't need to have a fusion core in it. They'll work it just fine without it. Dogmeat, come here. You still in the water? You're still in the water. Why are you in the water?
Hey.
Weird dog. Come on. Alright. Let's see. Death Mummy. Vintats in there. Hey. Who's talking to themselves, Mom? Why is Christmas talking to herself? Okay. Okay. I bet. I live with my mom because I help take care of her. Just in case anybody was wondering why my mom's here. Okay. Okay. I'm asthmatic, so we have to be careful about whether or not moving to the house. Alright, have fun at school. I mean, I know most people don't have fun at school, but just remember, if you're going to, I don't know if you're in college or high school, but if you're in high school, it is the easiest time you'll have in your life. Just keep that in mind. Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. But, trust me, I'm 37. High school was awesome. Alright? Compared to adulting, high school is awesome. So, you have fun. Bish. Somewhere in the settlement. Alright, time to make beds. Okay. I'll have to add more beds later. Alright. Let's see. It's actually growing through the oleander too. Yeah, it's getting bad. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lady next door thought that was funny. Probably, I'd probably laugh, yeah. It's Wednesday. It's his D&D night. Actually, I talked his ear off yesterday. Tonight I'm streaming and talking to other people. Well, I was. He had to go to bed because there was school, but, uh, what bubbles? Oh, it's in the screensavers. Hold on.